Hey, what's up? It's your boy Spank Dog, aka Puffinstein, at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know Puffinstein 514 at Twitch and Robert Lopez at Facebook. The reason I say that is because it's being streamed to 3 platforms at the moment. Alright? Just so you guys know. 10 horror movies that ripped off Stephen King stories. Alright, so in the last one, I was saying my condolences to Eminem's moms, and I was about to talk about that how Wendy Williams is sick, and I'm hearing that she's sick, like, it's not good, you know. And even though I'm not a fan of hers, I still, my prayers go out to her, like, for real, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, season greetings? All right. I don't know. This article. I got this in the 99-cent store. This little phone holder. It works. It hold. It comes in handy and it keeps it steady. You know. So, but anyway, where's the one that they were showing me just a second ago? Oh yeah, but rest in peace to Eminem's mom's. Seriously, and I want to find out what's going on with Wendy too. I want to know, like, damn, like they said that she's bedridden, that the advanced dementia, you know, and then like somehow they brought whose name into it. It's like everybody that gets hurt now, sick or unalived, who is the behind it or whatever. But we're gonna get into that in a second. All right, here you go. Mm. Since Carrie hit cinemas in 1976, Stephen King adaptations have been a regular occurrence for moviegoers. you talk about um you talk about unoriginal, you talk about stealing art, you know what I'm saying? Remember, transformative, it does exist. It matters. And I'm a person that could produce 100% original art, so I'm not really, it don't matter if transformative exists for me. You get what I'm saying? I mean, it matters though. It does make things easier. You want to be able to politic with people about what's going on and stuff, or you might want to watch something and talk to your people about what's going on or whatever. It's not that deep. To be fair, to be 100% honest, if somebody was commenting on a video I made, I wouldn't care. But this is a different story. Now, if I made a movie and somebody came along and made a movie and you could tell like it's a ripoff from my movie, yeah, that's a problem. I'm surprised that in rap they started letting people bite each other's flows and nobody cared. Because it's to the point where some one guy did it, and then the whole hip hop world, the same cadence, the same flow, and like in my head, I'm like, why is everybody doing that flow? Don't they remember the time where every single rapper had his own flow? I've seen the biggest rappers Flow Jack, Jack flows. And it's like nothing. It's like, oh, that's the wave. Of course he's gonna do it. He's the biggest rapper in the world. That started with like stuff like Big Pimpin', from Jay-Z, the down south swag. It's like you couldn't make an album without. I'm not no hate to the down south, of course not. But I'm just saying it was like other parts of the country had to have one of a down south type song, a down south type beat on their album. And it shouldn't be mandatory to have something on your album. You know what I'm saying? That's the record company too telling you, oh, you're gonna have a down south song on your album. How much you want to bet that you're gonna have one on your album? Yeah, you know, it's the same thing as a record label telling you that this person looks good in the group and this person doesn't. So, according to MSN.com, since Carrie hit cinemas in 1976, Stephen King adaptations have been Stephen King adaptations have been a regular occurrence for moviegoers. Longlegs director Osgood Perkins' new movie The Monkey is based on one of his short stories, and it promises to have itchy and scratchy level violence. However, his influence is so great that many films have been made that are blatant rip-offs of King's work. Fright Night. Alright, Fright Night. Fright Night, I used to love Fright Night. That's Brewster. I remember when Evil, he's like, "You're gonna pay, Brewster. You're gonna pay." Evil Ed. Oh yeah, I've seen him after that somewhere. He's from Fright Night. He's from 1-800 Evil. So is that what it's called? All right. So Stephen King novels, their subsequent movie adaptations have acted gateway horrors. The iconic Fright Night movie from 1985 still feels like a fresh take on the vampire genre. The story focuses on a 17-year-old. Yeah, Brewster's his last name. Charlie is his first name. And then you got Peter Vincent. I remember, I didn't read it yet. But yeah, Peter Vincent, the vampire hunter. He's a fraud, but he actually knows about it, but he just really never encountered one. But he is like an expert on it. Anyway, they made a remake of it with oh, rest in peace to that kid too. From Fright Night, the new wave Fright Night. What's that kid's name? Anton Yelchin. I believe that's his name. Yeah, he passed away way too early. That's so sad. But Anton Yelchin plays Charlie in the new wave. This guy's in it too. He's in so many movies. Oh man, I forget his name right now. The story focuses on a 17-year-old named Charlie Brewster who starts to believe his charming new neighbor may be a vampire. If you ain't see Fright Night, go see Fright Night, definitely. Fright Night is a 2011 horror comedy film. They're talking about the new one. Oh, see, it stars Anton Yelchin. See, they're not talking about the original. The original's in the 80s. I'm surprised they're talking about the 2011 version with I still can't remember his name. Maybe they'll say it in here. A high school student who discovers that his neighbor, played by Colin Farrell, there you go, is a vampire. With the help of a magician portrayed by David Tennant, Charlie attempts to protect his loved ones and defeat the undead menace. The film is a remake of the 1985 horror film classic of the same name. Told you, I'm surprised they talked about the new wave one first instead of the original. The original is the original. All right, now Fright Night is one of Tom Holland's best movies, and much like a lot of Stephen King's work, it features young characters at the center of its narrative. It's also obvious that the characters would be fans of King's work, and you can imagine their suspicions being aroused by their love of Salem's Lot. Just like that movie, Fright Night is hugely fun to. Oh, they're saying that they mention. It's like they give a shout out to Salem's Lot, like it's inspired. So they outright admit that it's a Stephen King inspired film, but that don't mean it's a rip off. Just like let me tell you something. If I make a rip off of a movie, I'm not gonna shout them out. You get what I'm saying? It's okay. Yo, listen, inspiration. People gotta understand. Everybody learned from everybody. What you think when a person learned how to play the drums, he didn't show the next man. He didn't show the next man. He didn't show the next man. It's influence. It's not always stealing. You get what I'm saying? If you watch somebody coming up and you're a fan of them, and then, when you turn an age where you could become an artist yourself, you're influenced by them, and it could be extreme. Look at Kobe. Kobe's influence, Jordan's influence on Kobe is insane. I mean, Jordan's influence on Kobe. I don't know if I said that, but Jordan's influence on Kobe is crazy. And he took it and it worked. And it's Jordan should be honored that Kobe, there was a man named Kobe Bryant that won 5 championships, and he outright admitted that his whole game is patterned behind Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I got a rhyme. This is old. I wrote this 20 something years ago. It goes, they fall like the season cause I get too biz. I'll embed in my kids what's right and what is. If in life I play my part, it's destruction of the charts. This rap shit's an art. Hip hop's the beat in my heart. They could never take me out. I still have fam. Even 6 feet under the earth cracks when I jam. They be like, he killed it like the son of Sam. Son Spank be the man. I hold the earth in my hand. I'll never let it go. Now, what I'm saying is, if some other guy came along and said those exact words, we got a problem. Now, if other person comes along and I can tell that the pattern of flow is mine, we got a problem, but I'm not going to maybe bring it to light. You get what I'm saying? But pattern stealing is a thing. Cadence matters. Usually, a lot of rappers for a long time kept the same cadence throughout their whole career. Even when they wrote a rhyme in the later days, they still kept the same cadence because it comes from the heart. That's who they are. You know, I'm not saying if Big Daddy Kane wrote a rhyme right now, he's gonna be like, let it roll, get bold. I just can't hold back or fold because I'm the man with soul and control and effects. So what the heck, rock the discotheque and this groove is what's next. No. But if he wrote a rhyme, you might hear traces of Set It Off in it. You get what I'm saying? It's hard to snap out of your pure cadence. When I write from the heart, I have a pure cadence. But I'm also smart enough to know not to be like the hip hop, the hibby hibby hibby, you don't stop, rocking to the gang gang boogie. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep up with the times, but not as drastically as people. People want to ride the next wave every week. Then it becomes like 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 bandwagoning, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, we're gonna get into the sports. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave this here on the side. Look, it holds it up for you. Boom, bow, boom. Look, check it out. $1 in the 99-cent store. So cool. You know, let me leave my phone right there just in case I need it. All right. So we're gonna get into the sports. All right. Nikola Jokic. I mean, he should have more games. I think he got hurt. Yeah, guys. I think Jokic is hurt. Let's check that out. I pay attention to the stats. He got to be hurt. He's active. So, but I don't understand. He must have been hurt for a second. Let me see something. Oh, man. You want to hear what he did in his last game? This is insane. 27 points, 20 rebounds, 11 assists. 27, 20, and 11. Whoa. That might be some sort of history right there. That's craziness. All right, let me see something. Recent games. Oh, they're in the tournament. The tournament started. I didn't even know. NBA Cup group play. Yeah, I think they're in an active tournament right now. I forgot that they do that now. All right. Well, that's been crazy. In a tournament game, he dropped 27, 20, and 11. But in a loss to the Cavaliers, who are 20 and 3. The Cavaliers they're insane this year. They're making the Nuggets look. They won with Jokic. Um, with Jokic dropping 27 points, grabbing 20 boards, and having 11 assists. They still lost 126 to 114 to the Cavaliers. That's crazy. Let me see if I could take a look at the box score. Yes, stats. It's crazy because I was going to talk about the league, but I got caught up with this game right here that Jokic lost to the Cavaliers. All right. Oh man, I hit the wrong button. Give me 1 second. Today is Friday. It's Thursday's game against the Cavaliers. This is it right here. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna have the box scores for you right now. Okay, box score. Yeah, because I want to see if he had a lot of turnovers. Nah, he put up 20 rebounds, 27 points, 11 assists. Right? He even had 3 offensive rebounds. And let me see something. Um, he only had 3 turnovers. Michael Porter Jr. dropped 24 points. Very efficient shooting. Yeah, Michael Porter, come on. Let's see an emergence. Let's see you become his right hand man, because you got the potential, or even an amazing third option, because Jamal Murray is a great player. No Jamal Murray, they don't win that ring. They don't even make it to the playoffs as many times as they did in the past. Without Jamal Murray is crazy. He's so good. All right, so but I don't understand why they lost. Who was messing up? Let's see. Let's find the culprit. Christian Braun didn't do that bad. Aaron Gordon didn't do that bad. Michael Porter did good. Nikola Jokic did good. Jamal Murray could have did better, but let's see the turnovers. What happened? All right, so Evan Mobley dropped 20. Darius Garland dropped 24. Donovan Mitchell dropped 28. You know, I don't see how they won. The bench, maybe. Karis LeVert dropped 21 coming off the bench. Yeah, they had no bench points. Russell Westbrook had not a bad game. Nah, he didn't have a bad game. Russell Westbrook came off the bench. That's crazy. The Nuggets got Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Russell Westbrook. Westbrook came off the bench and gave you a solid 10. I don't understand how they lost this game. We're going to get out of here. We're going to talk about the NBA as a whole. Well, we're going to talk about the best players in the NBA right now. All right, so we're going to talk about the best players now. All right, I like to give you guys the rundown on the best players in the world throughout the season. So we're going to take another look at who moved up and who moved down. And I told you Luka was coming for them. I can't believe Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the third best player in the world right now. You know, for the people that slept on SGA, I mean, especially after he show improved, he's been averaging 30 points a game for 3 years now. When did you believe it was serious? You know, how long did it take you? The crazy thing is that he don't got no rings, but he took his team to first place last year. You know, I don't. SGA looks like he's gonna win a ring as long as he don't get hurt. You know, and I don't know. I haven't looked lately. His cards could still be affordable. You know, for you guys who don't got any SGA cards in your collection, you know, you need to go to that Prism Rookie because you could forget about the autographs. The autographs are through the roof. Any SGA autograph right now is 150 plus probably. I could tell you right now, but I'm not going to go to eBay and tell you the lowest priced autograph right now. Trust me when I tell you all SGA autographs are through the roof. Get that Prism Rookie while you can. You know, if you could get a graded silver, red, white, and blue, green, if you could, they got to be in the hundreds too. And if not, you know, you're lucky. Victor Wembanyama is just crazy. But anyway, Nikola Jokic is still the best player in the world right now. He's still got a pretty big lead on Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is number 2 in the world for all you Greek freaks. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is second. Let me take a look at the StreamYard. This dude, that's funny. All right. So yeah, Giannis, all you Greek freaks, he's the second best player in the world right now. He's averaging, first of all, Jokic is averaging 30 points per game, 13.4 rebounds per game, and 10.4 assists per game. Oh man, with 2 steals per game. How do you average 2 steals per game at 6'11"? A flabby 6'11". Jokic is an alien. It's crazy. Yes, it's crazy. All right. So Luka Doncic is fourth. But let's read the stats out real quick. 30 points per game. I read Jokic 30 points per game, 10.4 and 13.4. And then Giannis Antetokounmpo was 32.6 per game, 11.6 rebounds per game, 6.6 assists per game. Luka Doncic is averaging 28.6 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, and 8 assists per game, with also an impressive 1.8 steals per game. Low turnovers this year for Luka. As much as he handles the ball, he's only had three turnovers per game. 8-to-3 turnover ratio is great when you average 28.6 points and 8 rebounds along with that. He's the fourth best player in the world right now. If we were gonna make our All NBA first team right now, it would be Jokic at the center, Giannis at the power forward, Luka Doncic at the point guard. I would have to throw Shai Gilgeous at the shooting guard because they're both point guards and they both deserve to be on the first team. I will put one as the shooting and one as the point. And same thing with Anthony Davis and what you would have to do is put Jason Tatum, because Jason Tatum's sixth best player in the world right now, but that would be unfair to Giannis or Anthony Davis. But it is by position. All right, so look, this would be it. It would be Luka Doncic, the point guard, Shai Gilgeous, the shooting guard, Jason Tatum, the small forward, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the power forward, and Jokic, the center. That would be first team All NBA. All right, so Anthony Davis is the fifth best player in the world right now. He's an argument for first team All NBA for sure. All right, Anthony Davis is averaging 7 points per game, 11 rebounds, 3 assists per game, but you knew he wasn't going to be high on the assists. But he averages 2 blocks per game, so that's where he makes up for it at. Karl Anthony Towns. I cannot believe that my New York Knicks have Karl Anthony Towns. What were the Minnesota Timberwolves thinking? They gave away Karl Anthony Towns for Julius Randle. Yo, and Julius Randle's a great player. Karl Anthony Towns was a #1 pick who performed from the minute he hit the floor until now. He's been playing like a stud for 9 straight years. Julius Randle is not Karl Anthony Towns. And now Julius Randle and Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert are not clicking. And Julius Randle looks like he's, I don't know, maybe messing up on purpose to get out of there. I don't want to throw that kind of dirt on his name, but he plays lackadaisical. And Rudy Gobert, my God, how hard is it to pass the ball? Yes, he has the worst hands anybody I've ever seen. Who got hands like that? That's bad. He's really bad. I haven't seen a center make that many mistakes out the post in a long time. So Paolo Banchero still hurt. 5 games only played. While Karl Anthony Towns, Jason Tatum, and Anthony Davis have played 21 games already. Paolo Banchero has only played 5 games this season. LaMelo Ball has 18 games under his belt. I think he had a minor injury that kept him out, but he should be back already. I could check, but he's on the way back, or he'll be back in a day or two. I'm not even gonna bother checking right now. And he got 18 games under his belt, not 5 like Paulo Banchero. So I'm not gonna look at him like an injured player yet. And Karl Anthony Towns stats first is 25 a game, 13.2 rebounds per game. That's really good. 3 assists. He's a center. What do you expect? And very low turnover ratio. Only 2 turnovers per game. with such a high usage rating is great. So that's Karl Anthony Towns. LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball is 31.1 points per game, 6.9 rebound assist. 6.9 is 7. So 31 points per game, 7 assists per game, and 5.4 rebounds per game from LaMelo Ball. And he's knocking down 5 3-pointers a game. He is the only person in the NBA shooting like that. LaMelo Ball is the leader in 3-pointers made per game this year. He's knocking down a whopping 4.7 3-pointers per game. He's got to be shooting somewhere close to 40%, or they wouldn't let him fire like that. All right, so after LaMelo Ball, look, guys, if you haven't realized that Domantas Sabonis is real yet, you haven't been watching basketball. He's not a high point scorer, but he gives you 21 a game. And when you're getting 12, 13 rebounds and 6 assists per game, it don't matter that you're only averaging 21 points per game. You know, you got to fix the turnovers a little bit. That's a little high. He's the 10th best player in the world. Victor Wembanyama. How are you the 11th best player in the world in your second year? I told people he was the truth before he hit the NBA. Because I said to myself, I seen how he's been working out. People see he's skinny right off the back. They forget that he can be chiseled. You do calisthenics, it doesn't give you big muscles. You hit the weights, you get brolic. So when they seen Victor Wembanyama hadn't filled out yet, they thought that he was weak. But they didn't know that he's a calisthenic maniac. The only way you're cut the way he's cut up is if you're strong from doing some sort of calisthenics or something. And people didn't know when Victor Wembanyama came into the NBA, he was strong. The other day I seen him twist his ankle, and it's like he's plastic, man. He rolled his ankle all the way. He didn't even come up hobbling. He ran up the court like he didn't even limp. I'm like, something's up with this kid. He's durable. I don't want to jinx him. Let's keep going, Victor Wembanyama. Let's get an applause for Cade Cunningham's breakout season. Now, after 20 games, we can officially say Cade Cunningham has arrived. 24 points per game, 9 assists per game, 7.2 rebounds per game. He's almost averaging a 24-point triple-double. We got to fix those turnovers, Cade. Yeah, Cade. We're going to have to fix those turnovers. He's got 4.8 turnovers per game. It's fixable. He's young. He's only been in the league for 3 years. All right, so LeBron James, the gift that keeps on giving. My boy, LeBron James, my favorite player ever. Like I said, but I have 4 favorite players. And it is kind of ever because once one's leaving, that's when I pick the other one. Patrick Ewing. Then when he started to look like he was going to retire, Allen Iverson. When Allen Iverson looked like he was going to retire, LeBron James. And when LeBron James looked like he was going to retire, Luka Doncic is my favorite player right now. All right. Damian Lillard is back. He's looking like the Damian Lillard of old. 26 points per game, 7.5 assists per game, 4.4 rebounds per game. He's shooting 92% from the free throw line. Holy cow. Out of everybody we talked about, he's the one scorching it from the free throw line. Nobody else I talked about has 92%. Nobody I talked about has 90%. The closest out of everybody we talked about before is Yo, would you believe it's Victor Wembanyama? Victor Wembanyama is shooting 86% from the free throw line. Are you kidding me? Anyway, Damian Lillard, amazing, 92% from the free throw line. De'Aaron Fox, round of applause. Keep on going. De'Aaron has been playing like like a Hall of Famer after his second year. De'Aaron Fox is 15th in the world right now, 27 points per game, 5.8 assists per game, and 5.1 rebounds per game. He's also averaging more steals than anybody we've talked about so far. Even though Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous, and Nikola Jokic all average 1.8 steals per game, our boy De'Aaron Fox averages 1.9. So he's leading by a point. Franz Wagner, I can't believe it. We'll get to him. Yo, Nikola Vucevic. You know what's crazy? I didn't see this coming. I was buying his autographs when they were like $5. If he wins any sort of ring or he gets up into that top 10, like yeah, anyway, let's say Nikola Vucevic, yeah, I'm paid if Nikola Vucevic keeps this up. They had his autographs at such a low price, and a player that's playing like this, that's not the price of his autograph. So your boy came off. What I was gonna say, so Nikola Vucevic, 22 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, 3 assists, and only 1.9 turnovers per game. He is the lowest out of everybody we talked about, along with Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis and Nikola Vucevic do not commit turnovers, ever hardly. Next is Kevin Durant. Let's be honest, another gift that keeps on giving. Kevin Durant is the 17th best player in the world right now at about 37, 38 years old. I would say 37. We could check that real quick if you want. That won't take as long as LaMelo, what I was talking about before. So right now, LaMelo, I Kevin Durant is 36, not 37. I was close. Ah, you know what's funny? 36. Yeah, 36 years old. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you guys a glimpse of the page. So I'm going to share the screen. And there you go. That is the top players in the world. Take a nice look right there at the top players in the world. This way you could look for yourself for a second. Look at these stats. Unbelievable. Let me let me change the zoom real quick, down one, so you can see the full screen. Yeah, guys, take a look. That is the NBA at its finest. Nikola Jokic is just the top five, the top 10. It's crazy, like what they do. And even the people that are right outside the top 10, like Victor Wembanyama and Cade Cunningham, LeBron James, Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, Nikola Vucevic, Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson. I didn't even get to talking about Jalen Brunson. He is awesome, Jalen Brunson. 18th in the world at 6'1". And I know Trae Young is coming. You guys trust me. Trae Young is on the way. You know, Jalen Johnson, man, do you believe this? I knew about him. I was buying him early. You could get Jalen Johnson for such a good price right now, guys. You know, hey, when did Jalen Johnson come out? Yeah, he's still young. Jalen Johnson's still young. Look at Franz Wagner. To be honest with you, 18, 19, and 20 are very impressive. Because if you think about it, Jalen Brunson, Jalen Johnson, and Franz Wagner, Brunson and Wagner were making noise, but Jalen Johnson, this is brand new. And then Jalen Brunson and Franz Wagner, even though they've been making noise, still, they're high up there considering, watch the people below them. For Franz Wagner and Jalen Brunson to be doing better than Stephen Curry, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown, that's, and let me shout out my boy Al Prince Engine right there at 29. Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is doing good. Those are solid stats, but if they really want him to be looked at as the next LeBron or Steph Curry or even Kawhi or Kevin Durant, he's going to have to go higher up on that list. He's got to be more aggressive. It's just the truth. If you see the guys that are winning, like winning rings and stuff, they're always up at the top. Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's rare that people down here, can lead their team to a championship unless they got two people down here. You know, like you see Steph Curry, he always had Klay Thompson, and Klay Thompson would be somewhere around here. And then they also had Draymond Green. It was a perfect fit. I told you Trae Young's coming. 21 points per game, 12 assists. I think he leads the league in the assist column. 4 rebounds for a little guy. That's not bad. 89% from the free throw line. That's fantastic. Too many turnovers, Trae. Too many turnovers, Trae. What I was gonna say, Al Prince Engine is just, him, Scotty Barnes, Franz Wagner. They're all from the same rookie year. Jalen Johnson. People thought that draft was a bust. It's not. And Jalen Green is around here somewhere. you know. And who was the first pick that year? Cade Cunningham. That's one of the best years as far as drafts in a while. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Scotty Barnes, um, Al Prince Engine, who else am I missing? I'm missing somebody else, but they're Evan Mobley. I mean, it's crazy. All right. So, Devin Booker's in 25. Scotty Barnes 21. James Harden 22. Stephen Curry 23. Kyrie Irving 24. Devin Booker 25. Jalen Williams 26. That's Jalen Williams from Oklahoma City. Trae Young 27. Anthony Edwards 28. Alperen Sengun 29. Jaylen Brown number 30. Oh, and I finally learned how to pronounce Shay's name. It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, if the announcer has it correct. So if we're going by the announcer, I heard him say it the other day. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Or SGA, like I told you before. Look at Tyler Herro. That's great. So we were around 30. All right, so RJ Barrett, that's great too. Look at RJ Barrett and Tyler Herro holding it down for the Zion Williamson draft. And John Moran is back too. He's right here at 36. not they're both hurt. Zion is definitely hurt with only 6 games played. John Morant got to be hurt with only 13 games played. Maybe he came back though. I'm hoping he came back. Tyrese Maxey too. He's gonna be making his return too, guys. Get Tyrese Maxey, guys. Look, here's some recommendations for people who are cheap and that they're gonna be Hall of Famers. All right, I'm gonna do this for you guys real quick. Let me name the rest of the 50. All right, 31 R.J. Barrett, 32 Tyler Herro, 33 Donovan Mitchell, 33 Brandon Ingram, 35 Zion Williamson, 36 John Morant, 37 Tyrese Maxey, 38 DeMar DeRozan, 39 Kristaps Porzingis, 40 Evan Mobley, 41 Jacob Poeltl, um, 42 Darius Garland, 43 Pascal Siakam, 44 Julius Randle. He's gonna have to do better. 45 Jaren Jackson Jr., 46 Zach LaVine. Yes. I'm so happy to see Zach LaVine at least in the top 50. Josh Hart, Tyrese Halliburton. You got to step it up, Tyrese. You got to fix that field goal percentage. I have a feeling Tyrese Halliburton's going to come back and pick up the pace. You see him at 48 right now. Remember what I said. He's at 48 right now. I already told you Trae Young was coming and he climbed up. I already told you guys who else I said was coming through and they climbed up also. I said De'Aaron Fox was coming. Um, I told you guys Luka Doncic will be there in a second, and he was in like 20 or 30, and now he's the fourth best player in the world. So listen, Tyrese Halliburton, he will not be in the 48th slot at the end of the year. You know, 49 Norman Powell. Norman Powell. I be knowing he could play. He's averaging 24 points a game. Norman Powell's one of those guys that never got a chance, the true chance he deserved. Cam Thomas be killing him. Cam Thomas, Brooklyn, you know, thank God for Cam Thomas right now. Brooklyn, I haven't even looked at the standings, and I'm not gonna. I pretty much have a feeling Brooklyn ain't doing good this year. I don't got the standings memorized. I know Cleveland's in first. So anyway, guys, real quick, I don't got time to get to the NFL, but when I come back on, I will get to the NFL. All right. So here are the people you can get trading cards of for a good price right now if you hurry up. And these are people they'll never be not Hall of Famers unless they get hurt. Right now, you can get, believe it or not, you can get Shea Gilgeous-Alexander SGA for a decent price right now. Hurry up and buy his Prism. All right, Luka Doncic, he has a second-year Prism card. You could get the PSA 10 silver. This is my recommendation to you guys because Luka Doncic, you're not even gonna find his rookie card, let alone his autograph for any sort of cheap. He does have a second year Prism, Panini Prism second year silver. Get the PSA 10 silver second year Panini Prism silver Luka Doncic. It's going for a price that it shouldn't be going for. It's gonna go up. That's a way to make a little money with Luka right now. Certain things you could grab of Luka, and you know why? Because he hasn't won a ring yet. So as amazing as his stats have been since the day he came out, he still don't got that super accolade. And until a person gets a ring, unless they're Iverson, they're not gonna be worth a ton of money. So listen. I'm just gonna name them. People you can acquire for a decent price before they shoot through the roof. SGA, Luka Doncic. Tatum also has a second year card that you should look into. It's the Prism. They have silver. They have Austin. I got the purple wave. I have the 10. So Paulo Banchero, he's a beast. He's hurt right now. That's the best time to buy him. As long as the injury, you should read about the injury first and then buy him. So SGA you could get for a decent price. Luca, certain cards. Jason Tatum, certain cards. Carl Anthony Towns is a steal right now. He's a steal. Paulo Banchero, steal right now. LaMelo Ball was a steal. He's climbing fast. You got to get him now. LaMelo Ball, you can get him though right now. Domantas Sabonis is a steal right now. Victor Wembanyama, you can manage. He's worth the couple of extra bucks you might have to pay for him. Get Victor Wembanyama. Only injury stops him. Cade Cunningham, only injury stops him. And you could get Cade for a great price right now. He's cheaper than Victor Wembanyama, and they're performing at the same level. So yeah, Cade Cunningham's a nice buy right now. Forget LeBron and Damian Lillard. They're through the roof. De'Aaron Fox, you can get De'Aaron Fox for a good price right now. Nikola Vucevic, forget about it. But I can't guarantee he'll be a Hall of Famer. Certain guys are on this list, but usually they're low on the list or they're not even on the list. So those people I'm not really trying to tell you about. Believe it or not, Kevin Durant has a Topps rookie card. I gave away two of them. They're going to go up. If you could grab the Kevin Durant rookie cards, even the Chrome you could get, it's going to go up. He's a solidified Hall of Famer. He's a 13-time All-Star, probably a 7, 8-time first team All NBA more. Probably more. Like, we're talking about Kevin Durant, and they got him for good numbers. Jalen Brunson, you could get for a good price. Jalen Johnson, Franz Wagner, Scotty Barnes, all of them. James Harden is overpriced. Stephen Curry, you can't get for a good price. Kyrie Irving, it's going to be a little hard. Devin Booker, overpriced. Jalen Williams, you can get him. Get him while he's hot. Jalen Williams from OKC. I think there's two Jalen Williams on OKC. But it's spelled Jalen, if you need to know. They're spelled different. The other Jalen Williams is with a Y. So the Jalen Williams that is cheap and good is the Jalen Williams that doesn't have the Y. Trae Young, yeah, is affordable. Definitely get Trae Young before he goes up. Anthony Edwards, he's a little expensive. Alperen Sengun, get him while he's cheap. It's crazy. It's insulting. He is such a steal right now. Jaylen Brown, overpriced. Well, he got a ring, and he got Finals MVP. Maybe not overpriced. Grab Jaylen Brown if you can. Maybe he's a little expensive, but I don't know about Jaylen Brown. That's up to you. RJ Barrett, super cheap right now. Tyler Herro, super cheap right now. Donovan Mitchell, super cheap right now. Brandon Ingram, super cheap right now. Zion Williamson, super cheap right now. John Morant, because of the gun thing, super cheap right now. Tyrese Maxey, he's worth buying right now. He's affordable. DeMar DeRozan, overpriced. Kristaps Porzingis, eh, you could probably grab his autograph for a nice price. If first of all, he's the 39th best player in the world right now, Kristaps Porzingis. Second of all, he's 7'4". He's the 39th best player. He's seeming durable, and he got a ring. He had a 44-point game in the finals. So Kristaps Porzingis, I will go for those autographs. Evan Mobley, affordable. Jacob Portal, I wouldn't collect him. Darius Garland, affordable. Pascal Siakam, affordable. A lot of these guys you could grab. There's a lot of meat on the bone with some of these dudes. Um, Tyrese Halliburton, definitely grab. I would stay away from Norman Powell. Cam Thomas, it's his height that some of the guys that are short. Right now, the only guy that's short that I would recommend would be guys like Trae Young, Darius Garland, um, Tyler Herro, and they're not even that short, some of them. Kyrie Irving, Stephen Curry, those are guys. Jalen Brunson. Really, Jalen Brunson and Trae Young out of the guys that guys you can make money with. Jalen Brunson and Trae Young. But yeah, all these guys, the rest of these guys are affordable except for the OGs like DeMar DeRozan. Kristaps Porzingis is a little older now. But Zach LaVine, overpriced. Jaren Jackson, underpriced. Josh Hart, I wouldn't collect. Tyrese Halliburton, even though it's great that he's doing good with Karl Anthony Towns, he's a good player, Josh Hart. I just wouldn't collect him because you want to collect people that are really gonna go up. Norman Powell, I wouldn't collect. Cam Thomas, I probably wouldn't collect neither, but that might be a mistake. All right, guys, we ran through the whole thing right there. That's the whole top 50. And pretty much the numbers tells you what you need to know. Nikola Jokic isn't a ring winner and at the number one player in the world for no reason. The guy after him is Giannis Antetokounmpo, another guy with a ring, not a fluke. Shea Gilgeous Alexander, I see him getting a ring. Luka Doncic, I see him getting a ring. And that's 3 and 4. Anthony Davis, he already got a ring with LeBron, and he did good in those series. Jason Tatum, number 6, got a ring already, and he's better than Jaylen Brown. I'm sorry, people, it's just the truth. He got nervous in those. He wasn't as clutch as Jaylen Brown, but he is a better player. And LaMelo Ball, I see getting a ring. Paolo Banchero too could get a ring. Cade Cunningham also. Victor Wembanyama. Those are guys you should look into because they're young. Jalen Brunson, I would definitely get him before he shoots through the roof. It hasn't stopped. It's continuous. When it's continuous, when the only thing that'll stop a man from being in this top 10, top 20 is injury, and you could get him for cheap, grab him. Franz Wagner, they're all affordable. So, but yeah, that's the top 50 for you guys, man. What I was gonna say, um, yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna let you guys go. That's me putting you up on the top 50 players. That's me letting you know who's who's gonna be something and who's somebody you might want to stay away from collecting. As good as Norman Powell is doing right now, even a guy like Norman Powell didn't have good years until now, and he was a rookie a long time ago. You see, Cam Thomas is a little different because he has been doing good ever since he came out, and he's from the same draft. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Franz Wagner, Alperen Sengun, Evan Mobley, Cam Thomas. You know, that's the 2021-2022 draft. Just so you guys know. And Jalen Green, don't sleep on Jalen Green. He's not in the top 50 right now. But by the end of the year, if he's not hurt and they're playing him, giving him minutes like they should, he'll be there. Keep an eye on Scoot Henderson. I can't promise nothing. Definitely watch Brandon Williams. Those are guys that you don't see. Who else are guys that you don't see that I would tell you keep an eye out for? You know what's crazy? Dylan Brooks can shoot that 3-pointer. You know, And he's also like a ferocious player. But you gotta be humble. That's one thing. Ferociousness and no not being humble, they don't go together. If you're gonna be ferocious, be humble at the same time. I'm gonna let you guys go on that note. It's your boy Spank Dog. Much love.